That steady cast blowing down, who gon' pick on him? I'm the quiet cat on the playground, tell them to bring the Teflon. My only homies make beats, the rest ain't on what we on. My soulmate's with another nigga, so much for the right one. And I can still go in there, but the dreams calling my name. Wasted enough on ginger, now I'm acing.
Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're gonna go with Week 3 Connected Franchise Madden, going up against the Houston Texans. By the way, if you guys like the music, that is Mulu. Check him out. Just dropped a new album about a couple weeks ago called Ornery Kid. You can find it on any streaming platform service, so go check him out. He's dope as fuck. I chose some Color Rush for this game. Color Rush first Color Rush. So, get into this shit. Got a big old matchup coming up, Week 3 matchup. Old Johnny Kelly against Brad Jordan. See how that one shapes up. But these dudes got a killer defensive line. What the hell?
From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Never watched this whole intro. I always skip it. But how is there highlights before the game even happened? I don't. What?
As we'll see Daniel Jones and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Matthew Stafford and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's get it.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Returning it, John Ross. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
Let's get off the field.
On second down
Out of
now.
my way,
It's Bell.
fat fuck.
And he's going to lose
Jesus
yardage and be
Christ.
backed up to the 25. A yard in the wrong
Piece of
direction.
shit.
Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? 2 drops on the same play.
And that will be incomplete.
Good start to the
That's an
fucking
excellent
game.
job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
I'm good. Pretty sure he's one of my starters.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to
Where did he
David
come
Funchess.
from? Where did he come from?
Across midfield,
Come on,
inside
man.
the 45. Last play
Outta
they got
here,
stuffed
bro.
at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Texans first down.
On 1st down at Stafford. He'll find his running back, Joe
Fucking gonna
Mixon.
fucking dink and
he's gonna
dunk
be
me to
out of
fucking
bounds
death.
around the 35-yard line.
To Joe Mixon.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
That was a good start getting the
Just get him
playmakers
up the
involved. You
fucking
mentioned
middle.
that to me
Piece
pregame.
of shit.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down.
Usually we see runs like this breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Blue 60! Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Like 50, like 50. Here we go.
Stafford on 1st down.
What?
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Stafford just has it complete. And he'll get him inside
Underneath
the 15 down to
shit.
the 14
All goddamn
yard
day,
line.
bro.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick up.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Brought down just outside
Tackle
the 10
him.
at the 11.
Fucking pussies.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Fuck, man.
A chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody was even fucking near him, bro.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
What happened?
Understandable
Didn't they
reaction
score a
from
touchdown?
them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Stafford.
What?
To
Oh,
the
wow.
goal line, but it's incomplete.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
Steelers nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Fat ass 61 block.
He went backwards, back to the 33. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans 3, Steelers nothing.
Here we go. Sound on 80. Just like that. Just like that. Tighten up. Tighten up. Let go.
They try and run on first down,
block,
but this
bro.
one gonna lose a couple
Just
yards
block.
as they get him behind the line.
Do what you're supposed to fucking do.
Stay committed to running the
Fucking
football, especially on their
bombs,
early
bro.
downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of
I don't
success
want
just
fucking
yet.
coach suggestions. Call my own fucking plays.
57, Mike 57. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Check that. Street. I'm playing the wrong football. Check 9. Shut up.
The give is to Bell.
Yeah, that change of direction shit is fucking stupid. Where the fuck was the change of direction there? He juked half an inch. Fuck out of here.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Jones to throw on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the
5 rushes for 7 yards. It's fucking disgusting.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a
Might not
game.
be a good rushing
The
game.
blitz that they just had against them.
So this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Where's that physical
So
receiver shit that Julio's supposed to be?
Drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
A 39-yard
As soon as I
attempt.
saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. When they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now 2nd and 10.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
How
They
about
get
some
ball at
applause for
halftime,
the
so I can't
defense
let
there?
them
They
get
forced
up
him
and
to
get
throw
ahead
that
right
one
now.
into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, good move.
That's change of direction right there, baby.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last
Their
drive.
defensive line is
I
a
never met an
fucking
offensive coach
monstrous
who
unit,
wanted to
bro.
drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Mike's 50, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
On the coverage.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Call that a punt of 38 yards.
Can't do shit on offense,
And
bro.
that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own
And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do
Like
that?
how I
do you
have
shake
him.
things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Now he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The pass complete to Anunwa. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. 16 yards, a first down.
Houston.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right.
Always open, bro.
Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good.
Fuck, man.
Another first down as they call his number again.
Fuck am I supposed to call?
Here.
Fuck,
Two
man.
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up.
Fuck, man.
And he's gonna
Of course there's one fucking guy there to catch him. Bum ass shit,
He was
bro.
under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And they gave it right back, man. Fuck!
That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind it.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
3-3.
As the clock shows
Fucking
50
joke.
seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Get away from the ball. Oh my god. Get the fuck out.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in.
You gotta
It's
be
down
fucking
and
kidding
close
me,
to the
man.
goal line at the 1-yard line.
At their own
Amazing.
I'm guessing there's more. I'm guessing there's more fucking animations like that
So
in
there
this
is a
game.
reason that a lot
The
of
ball
punters
just won't bounce
are also
away.
excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat.
Not even the player I wanted to throw to,
Now the
but
timeout signal
I
for, and
panicked a
they'll
little
get it
bit.
with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 18-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, Jones. Caught here by Bell. And he's got it past the 30
Get out of bounds.
before he's hit and dropped. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
throw up a fucking prayer. It has five completions in the fucking first half. It's fucking garbage. I'm gonna let halftime roll. I'll be right back.
Just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. Aaron Jones accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From Philly, we head up to check on the other team in Super Bowl 52, the Patriots in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half,
I have to bump up the running game. I gotta get something going here.
All right, Coach. Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
I mean, I have to give them credit. They have a really good defensive line.
To break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such...
Just so I can show you how good their defensive line is. Where am I at here? Oh, here we go. Joey Bosa. Vita Vea. Leonard Williams. Not to mention they have Khalil Mack. So, yeah, their box is pretty fucking stuffed with fucking talented, good players. So that's why I'm having a fucking rough time running the ball.
Momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Ball carrier. Terran Johnson brought him down.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where
I hate defending against the run and the nickel because you don't have enough linemen down. It's fucking disaster.
Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up second.
I think I might have like
so Charles
75 yards total offense.
As we continue to play this second half.
Fucking joke.
People think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
2nd and 10, Stafford again.
It's always that little shit, bro. I can't stop it.
Now after the
Calhoun's
completion, we're
injured.
going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look.
That's 2 linebackers this game. I can't afford it.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Nixon.
No.
This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far.
I'm
as
afraid
this
to
one's
let it go.
away. Ross on the return. A nice return that time of about 14
If I let it go,
yards.
it might fucking bounce to the 1 again.
1st and 10.
I gotta get this running
Time
game
for the Steelers
fucking
offense
pushing,
now to
bro.
get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half?
I'll take a 9-yard run right off the bat. Let's go.
Shut them down, get it back for our offense. We can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The last last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll go again with Bell.
No.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm pretty sure I've used Blake Jarwin more than I've used TJ Hawkinson.
Now a 1st down carry
Jesus
by Bell.
Christ, bro.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic.
Okay, I'm about to run into 2 X
Just do
factors.
it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the
He's
running
Riz,
game.
man. This is the roughest game we've ever had rushing.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run.
This is not a pretty game for stats, I'll tell you that.
You're going to smother it, but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And
Drop
that will
it.
be incomplete.
Jones pass intended for Deontay Johnson. Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
In punt formation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at
Terrible
the
punt.
13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this one.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun again to Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
He will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Come on, man.
Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 40.
They're just doing whatever they want to me on the ground.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Waiting for the gun. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I got lucky.
Intended for O.J. Howard. Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They run with Bell on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Haven't even passed 100 yards. 100 yards passing.
And a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A give to Bell.
Wow. This dude doesn't fucking block. How many times have I said his number already? Bum. No.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
I don't want to fucking be in this.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling
I'm
at him
struggling.
on the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a gain of 9.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He finds his running back.
This dude's wide open.
Out across midfield down to the 45.
Fucking hate the running back out of the back. Holy shit.
19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And partner in a tie game
Who's
in the
covering?
4th quarter, you and
Nobody.
I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mixon with the 1st down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm bulling over that lineman. With Donald. I need to drive here, baby.
He's been terrific so far.
Stat sheet ain't gonna look pretty, I know that.
Leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds.
What am I gonna do?
The 18-yard line, it looks
Gotta
like.
win the game however I can, down and dirty, I guess.
Set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far.
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. You guys take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Bell. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Crazy game.
4 yards on the pickup.
Man, I'm fucking... My hands are sweating.
2 minutes remaining.
This is the pinnacle of Madden, though. Like, it's the reason why I like it. Like, games like this, but, like, my fucking stats are just dog shit. But, I mean...
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I want to force them to use all their timeouts so they can't fucking ice me.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
This final score might be 6-3 in the ugliest game of Madden I've ever fucking played.
Again, it's Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing Jones. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Finally, a first
no more fucking throws
for these guys.
At all. I'm playing for the field goal.
Bell. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
6-3. If I don't miss the field goal. I'm not even giving myself that.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Steelers have...
Well, that's that. 6-3.
Won the game.
Well, thanks for tuning into that shit show. Appreciate you guys. Hey, I'll take it. Whatever. It's a win. Win's a win.
Loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take
guys, I'll
on
catch
the
you on the
Tennessee
flip-flop.
Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans,